And welcome back, everyone. Ellington here, and we are back on Total War Rome 2. We have got ourselves a 2 versus 2 on the settlement of Petra. This is, as you can see, a small Petra. If you don't know Petra very well, the large-size map goes all the way over here. It's a super long, narrow map. Like, this is pretty much the same width as it is in the large, but in the large it goes way over here. Pretty sure it goes all the way to like right here and then kind of over like that, basically. So this is, like I said, a 2 versus 2. This was sent in by none other than Medusa. Now Medusa here, hold on, I'd lost my mouse here. There we go. Medusa is commanding Galatia on attack, and his ally we have Sparta being commanded by Jam Ham. Now on defense we have got Pergamon being commanded by Marketable Skills. I totally screwed that up, sorry. But Marketable Skills here commanding Pergamon, with his ally Armenia being commanded by Costanzas Closet. That's a mouthful. So you can see the attackers here, Galatia and Sparta, are attacking this corner here. You can see they've taken down a couple walls. They've got some towers kind of moving over as like an archer wall here. Same thing over on this side. But realistically, their attack is going to be happening right in this general area. You can see a lot of archer fire coming from Pergamon, shooting over at the Galatian. I think it's the Galatian swords. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who they're shooting. But as we kind of talk a lot about why this corner, why not straight ahead here, right? And the reason is angles, okay? So if the defenders decide they want to defend this corner and they want to defend up here or maybe here, you know, in that general area, the problem with that is that it typically leaves back shots and angles for the attackers to shoot the defenders, and that's just not good. So, you know, if the attackers were to just attack straight ahead like this, there aren't very good angles that are usually able to be, you know, taken advantage of on a straight off attack. So that is why usually we'll see in most sieges, the attackers will usually attack some sort of corner, or if it's a settlement like Tarsus that has that kind of big out, you know, that big area that kind of like, you know, thrusts out, right? Sorry, I had to sneeze. Whew! Excuse me, but when they have those big, like, thrusted out areas, it's the same thing, you know what I mean? You can't really defend that when you are under constant fire from the attackers. So it typically allows for an easier, quicker foothold into the city, because since the defenders usually realize what's happening, so they typically just don't defend it. You know, they just kind of back up instead of wasting, you know, the troops and the deaths, right? So that allows the attackers to just kind of waltz right in. We do have some artillery from the attackers. Galatia here with his ballista. And I think that's the only one. Because it's a small settlement, the defenders get no ballistas or anything, no artillery. They could, I guess, bring a Scorpion if they want, but I don't see one. The defenders did bring a Hillman out here. I'm not 100% sure why. They walked out and they just kind of walked over here, and they've just kind of been standing over here for a few minutes now. But I guess we'll see if there's a purpose to that. You can see the defenders have backed away out of range of that gatehouse. The other downside to this is also that I bet you Galatia's artillery is starting to run short. Well, actually, it's got pretty good I was thinking he was going to start running short on range, but he's got range going all the way right there. So it's a pretty good range for him. Now the final cap point is... where? I figured it'd be this, but they're not defending it, so maybe it's this? Yeah, I think it's got to be this right here. I wonder, is this an open street? It looks like it. Yeah, you got a tower over here. You can see some more Galatia or Pergamene units starting to show up. Cartly Axemen for Armenia in the front lines. I think the tough part for the defenders is going to be the Galatian Legionnaires are going to be really tough to deal with. They're really going to have to use their javelins very wisely, especially from Pergamon. Because nothing in a straight-up fight, nothing the defenders have can go toe-to-toe with Galatia at this point. Sparta, did he go a bunch of royal Spartans? I'm going to guess that's most likely what he did. Interestingly, I see very little pressure happening here. They're putting all pressure here, and you can see they're kind of watching this, but as of right now, nothing down this area. Which I find kind of surprising, because I would feel like that would be... There doesn't seem to be anything there. Maybe they just want to kind of kick these guys out of this corner before they put pressure other places. You can see that Hillman actually took down a Levy Freeman. He's got 60 kills. Realistically, like, they just have to watch it, you know what I mean? Don't let it get away with, you know, really getting into anything. So we do have a Scorpion from Armenia, by the way. As of right now, his position, he doesn't have too much in the way of shots, but if they do come in here, you can see they actually is getting some shots up and over there. But if they come out into this plaza, he will have a lot of really good shots. What's he shooting? I think he's going after the Cretans here. He's got 20 kills, or 19 kills so far. Got a Cartly Axeman moving over. This Royal Spartan is in a really bad place. You know, he's got multiple units all around him. 127 out of 160. He's got 73 kills. We do have some Galatian swords that are taking on some militia hoplites. Now it looks like maybe we're going to start getting some troops coming this way. Maybe also possibly a push down this way as well. You can see they're giving up this courtyard. But, once again, this could be pretty nasty right here. How much has the artillery been firing? He's only got 1 kill, but he should still have range. He just barely does, but he could get range on anything right in here. Basically, his range is like this. That's like the corner of his range. So there's targets in here, including these 2 Cartly Axemen are kind of sitting ducks at the moment. We lost sight of the Scorpion. First 2 units here have been broken. We've got 1 Galatian Legionary moving forward, but I would wait for another unit to come up. Got slingers back here and slingers on the wall, but he is threatening with some units off to the far right here, as well as a tortoise. So I think if anything, he's probably going to try and destroy this wall right here, so that he doesn't destroy this staircase, would be my bet. Or he might destroy the staircase just for that. Maybe he destroys the staircase so then his men can come down here, but then the enemy can't go back up here. Cartly Axeman taking on the Galatian Legionaries. Combat even, it says, but I don't think it really is that even. 117 to 130. There's some Javies or archers. There we go, Cretan archers back here. Not sure what they're shooting at. The Cartly Axemen back here. They could maybe get the slingers possibly. They just got to be careful of the slingers up on the wall. We do have cavalry outside. Oh, you got to be careful here, Galatia. You got the Royal Cataphract Gen, Hillmen, and even an Eastern Archer out here for some reason. And there's another Eastern Archer. He is destroying the stairway. Still no push into the center. I think they've got their game plan. And their game plan is push them out of the corner first. I'm a little surprised that Armenia is leaving his now discovered general just kind of chilling here. You know what I mean? Now that he's discovered, you would think that he would come over and maybe hit or fall back or move or something. Eastern archers. This is risky, although... So you do have mercenary Cappadocian cavalry, and that's the only cav for the attackers. The Royal Cataphract has plenty of cav to defend those archers. Armenia just has to be smart and pay attention. That's all he's got to do, and he should be Gucci. Now, Sparta actually sending over some stuff. The Royal Spartans to film a little form of defense. Got some Helot Javelin men as well. I think that Galatia, especially, actually, both of them probably, I don't think they noticed this for a little while. You know, there really was no counter movement until just recently. You know, then you see the Spartans come over, you see the Cav come over, you know, and then I think he realizes that what's there, there's no way that Cappadocian Cav is going to do anything. So he pulls back, they set up their little screen, and I think that's the best you do. So the corner is basically theirs. You can see they're capturing this corner tower. Then I'm assuming this Glacial Legionary will then dip off the tower and maybe hit the back of that or hit the back of that. He's got to be careful that he doesn't let anything over here counter him if he goes this way, though. This guy's got 4 kills. You can see their defense, you know, they have changed from this, now they're backing into this. You know, it's becoming more of a straight line defense now. You know, something that the attackers usually want to try to avoid. The Game of Spears getting some really good Javi tosses straight into the Galatian Legionaries, excuse me. Cartly Axeman, 83 kills. Galatian Legionaries, 121. So, like I said, we basically have this. I assume they've got something over here, and now we have this. And the other downside to that is, once again, like we were discussing, the artillery is just barely grabs this. I believe, see this line going right here? I believe that is the artillery range. So he's got some range in on this stuff here, but he really only can catch just a small part of this. We've got slingers over here and a lot of javelins. And now that the kind of exterior force has kind of pulled back a bit, you can see the Royal Spartans now coming in. And honestly, realistically, it comes down to the fact that you can see majority of the armies are inside the settlement, so they don't have to be quite as concerned about the outside here anymore. You know, they can consolidate a little bit more. They don't have to waste a ton of troops out here. Having a couple there isn't a terrible idea. Got some Helot archers, Helot javelin men. I'm assuming he brought 3 Cretans. I believe that's the rule they're going with, is 4 and 1, which is 4 regular range, so like 4 archers or 4 slingers, so on and so forth, and then the addition of 1 javelin on top of that. The argument that I hear about it for it is that, you know, it brings the javelin unit back into legitimacy. You know, due to the ranged rules, the javelin units kind of just get locked in the closet, right? Because, you know, for majority of factions, you're going to take your archers. Well, now that you have your archers, you know, you really can't bring any javelins because you've already used your 4 range slots. So that is the argument that I've heard for it, and it does make sense. You know, in each lobby you're going to join can have slightly different rules. So here we go. Here comes the middle push. Units pushing into the center now. Cretan archers moving forward. I assume at the same time we'll see a push come in from this side. It looks like Sparta's going to lead this off. Maybe they want Sparta to tank the javelins. So the line for the defender is actually pulling back even further, except for these 2 units. Well, this one looks like he's pulling, but this unit is still sitting there. Looks like they may now just go for the, you know, just defending this spot right here instead. Requires less units to do it. They're actually kind of setting up a little of a box. Look at this. Got a little box here. And look what it opens up right there from the flank. They kind of screwed that up, though, because their Game of Spear charged in and cut off the angle that this other Game of Spear had. Now, from the exterior, we've got those Eastern Archers we were talking about earlier. Eastern Archers getting shots in on those Galatian Legionaries. They might even be able to get good shots on this Galatian Legionary, too. Now their way out is back here, so they've got room to play with. Now I'm intrigued. They actually leave this guy out here, and he charges in on one of the Royal Spartans, kind of out in like a no man's land. You know what I mean? On the far left, we've got Spartan youths taking on some hillmen. Being backed up by Levy Freeman. Yeah, like I said, I'm actually really surprised that they charged in right there. I think they kind of, you know, took themselves out of an even better position, you know, by holding that defender or that attacker right at the corner. It prevented some of these other units down on the ground from getting as good of angles. When if they had allowed those units to approach a little bit further in, then these guys get really good shots. So maybe just a little bit quick on the charge there. They're going to do it again. They're going to keep them right there. Game of Spears now charging. They've got 42 kills, mostly on Javies. Where's that Scorpion? There he is. 92 kills now. He's shooting all the way over in the corner, it looks like. Sounds like they are starting to get that arty involved. He's up to 80 kills at the moment. There's the corner of his, or no, there's the corner of his range, right there. So they can get all, this whole street right here, they can get. They can't get anything over here. But yeah, if I was the attackers, I would definitely be unleashing over here, because realistically, you're about to lose the usefulness of that artillery, and that's a big waste of money. The Periroike Spear trying to... So it looks like they're trying to shift their Royal Spartan to the side here, so then that Periroike Spear can just shoot straight in. The counter to that is the Carly Axeman going shield wall. It helps keep the shields semi-facing the way they're supposed to, which kind of it tends to help minimize a little bit of the damage from the Javies. but unfortunately it still is impactful. They do have 45 kills now. Got a fight up on the wall now. We've got the Carly Axemen versus the Galatian Legionaries. Slingers, excuse me. 75 kills on the Slinger. They brought 2 light peltists, looks like. 44, and this one has 0. Now in the center, it looks like we've got a bit of a breakthrough through the first line of defense. Holding up next is going to be your Gema Spears. We've got Carly Axeman, another Gema Spear. Over here, they are holding this spot right here, but they got to be careful. That Galatian Legionary is neutralizing this tower here. Sorry. So either this Carly Axeman has to go up and deal with them, or they got to figure something out. Probably bring your those javelins. Probably bring your Eastern Archers over, and you could get some really good shots there. Now look at this fight. Just got an epic fight going on. Light Peltas have now moved up, 59 kills on them, 76 on the Slingers. The big thing that they got to pay attention to is right here. The Galatian Legionary it looks like he's been getting hit probably by the Archers. Yeah, it looks like it. Because otherwise, that could be a really big problem for this defense. I think they're actually trying to do the same thing, shooting the Carly Axemen. Unfortunately, the Galatian Legionary is going to break here in a moment. We've got a bunch of Cretans and Hella Javelins and stuff like that all up here. Cretans got to be careful. You got two units of Eastern Archers right here. Ooh, look at that. It's a shield side shot, but still thorough spears right into the flank of the Royal Spartans. But they are also getting shot by the Archers. 37 kills. Looks like this one just started firing. He's got 12 kills. Got Galatian Legionaries taking on the Militia Hoplites. Militia Hoplites will not last very long. It's a cheap unit. This is looks like it's a pretty beat up Galatian Legionary though. Got fighting up on the walls. Carly Axeman taking on the Galatian Legionaries. Some breaking. What else do they have? So they've got the Galatian sword. Ooh, they're pretty low on infantry. Defenders have the balance of power at the moment. Royal Spartans going in. Got a Carly Axeman with an Agema Spear in the backup. Defenders have been doing a really good job with the javelins this game. The attackers have just been grinding it out. Fight, men! Fight to the last man! Got a depleted legionary, Royal Spartan general. Cappadocian Cav came over here and I think he went after the Archers. He's got 203 kills. You can see he is probably going to, well, it's 21. He might be able to get away from this. The Royal Cataphracts aren't fast enough to catch them. Oh yes, there you go. Now the if the Royal Cataphracts catch him, I think he's probably happy with what he got out of this Cav though. And he still might get away. It's a heavy melee Cav versus a super heavy shot Cav. So the heavy melee Cav is going to be a little faster. Look at the mosh pit. Now you got 2 Agema Spears and a Cartly Axeman taking on Royal Spartans. And I think that Glacial Legionary broke. Thing is, man, just the attackers are just running out of infantry. Couple more units gonna break here. They do still seem to have quite a bit of ammunition, which is a good sign for them. Yeah, I think he's realizing he has to take his Galatian nobleman over here. Galatian swords broke. They might come back, though. Let's see, are they going to counterattack or are they just going to hold? They are sending one Agema spear up. I think we're going to get a counterattack here, too. Galatian Legionary being pulled out of combat. He's very tired. 83, 81, but now with the Agema Spear, unfortunately, I don't think this Galatian Legionary is going to make it. Galatian Nobleman now charging in. He's 3v1. Galatian Nobleman is a pretty solid unit, to be perfectly honest with you. He is bringing a depleted Galatian Legionary over. Might be able to get him in on the flank here, which is where I would put him. You have a strong defensive unit here. Put your strong offensive unit right there. Also, I would be ammo dumping this with everything I have. Over here is a little bit, I don't know, man. Royal Spartans 214. This one is the general. He just got in combat. 127. Carly Axeman 100. 91. It's going to be close. You can see, so actually the Cartley Axeman being pulled back. I thought the general would be pulled out of there. And I think is he? No, I'm pretty sure he's still in combat. 109 kills, 66 kills. Galatian Noblemen are in a strong position, especially with that strong Galatian Legionary unit on their flank. Now this is a bit fishy too. You know, you have a pretty weak Galatian Legionary, and all you've got is a Levy Freeman right there. Agema Spears are probably going to beat both of those units. Royal Cataphracts. You know, if I was a Royal Cataphract, I'd be setting up right here. Because I think this place is about to bust wide open, and your Cataphract could just pew. Or I'd be bringing him over here, where it's wide open already. You see some of those Spartans already, they broke eventually, you know what I mean? I think that the hoplite formation is going a little wonky. Sometimes it does. Look at that, 255 with 2 chevrons. That's pretty darn good. And now a bunch of the archers and javelins getting attacked by the Cartley Axemen. Galatian Noblemen trying to readjust. And they have been nuking this area, but... Oh, the balance of power has shifted. Interesting. I wouldn't guess that. I think, at least by looking at the field, it sure looks like the defenders have a pretty good grasp on this, but I don't know. It's probably not a bad idea getting set up in a little corner, try to get set up for him. I think they did just in time. Cataphract does get a few kills, but charging a Royal Spartan head front, it's probably not going to do a whole lot for you. The Royal Cataphract is tired as well. He's got trample. There's the second wind. He's down to 67. They're basically trying to, I think the only way they have this much bounce power is ammunition. It looks like they have, like I said earlier, it looks like they have a pretty good chunk of ammo left. And, you know, by drawing the defenders out of that spot, they might be able to get kind of a kite going where they can, you know, pew, 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 run away, pew, 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 run away. 115, 113, 57, 147. I don't know that they have that much ammo. Royal Cataphracts 59 out of 80. They've got a chevron though. And there goes the Syrians. You can see the Galatian noblemen trying to get in on this. They got a good jabby toss, counter cavalry tactics, but I just don't think they're going to be able to catch them. Cappadocian Cav somehow still alive, 13 men. I don't know if they're going to make it though, because right now they're getting shot by the tower. There's another Syrian gone. I'm amazed that this Levy Freeman is still fighting. And this Royal Cataphract is now probably going to just go like that, would be my guess. That's what I would do. Game of Spear, 196. But I think he might be dead. Yep. What about the Galatian general? Yeah, it's probably not going to tell me. 50 out of 160. If he's alive there, lucky. I'm not seeing General dead. I don't know how the hell this is going to go. Royal Spartans, so this is the General, 250 kills. And I'm pretty sure he's still alive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's still alive. The General survives somehow? Here comes the Royal Cataphract setup! Stop moving! Oh. Ow. I'm pretty sure he'd already used his counter cavalry tactics. A little bit late on the shield wall. Glacier Gen is dead. He just died. That's actually pretty crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. That is really lucky on Galatia. Bounce power shifted back a little bit. I think it's because of the death of that general. 250 kills. Getting a couple kills there. Three chevrons now on the Royal Cataphracts. They're taking losses. They took quite like 8 or 9 losses there from the archers. Counter cavalry. See if maybe he can finish the gen here. Bounce power shifted back to the defenders. He's at 14 out of 80. And he's dead. So is there a general left alive? I believe the Spartan general is. And I think that's it. Pretty sure the Spartan general is still alive. Yeah, general nearby.
What do we say?
They probably need to go kill this before they kill them. Look at that, 2 chevrons on the Galatian nobleman. Look at this. It's crazy. You can see like how weird this whole combat happened over here. Yeah, Armenia's really not going to do well with the dead general. So they took the tower over there. They're taking the gate over here, trying to finish off this guy. But they have a defensive position they have to attack. It's basically a bunch of scraps versus a bunch of scraps. You have a 66-man militia hoplite and a 100-man Royal Spartan. The Royal Spartan might be enough to pull this out. If these guys have enough ammo to do more damage, that's probably not going to work that way. Slingers, 82 kills, but I'm pretty sure they have got their knives out. Maybe they're tricking us to make it look like they're out of ammo. Because 82 kills on a slinger is not very good. But if you're, front dumping, Royal Spartans, that might be why they have so few kills and possibly are out of ammo. This one rogue cataphract, no, I'm not staying to fight! I'm getting the hell out of here! You're all fools! Well, actually, maybe I'll just turn. No, I want to go this way now. Run, flee, flee for your lives! There's a wall in my way. Where do I go? Is that the last man? No, there's one other somewhere. All right. Oh, the attackers still have some ammo. How the turns have tabled. I don't know how much ammo they got, but they got ammo. Shoot, 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 shoot. Turn around and shoot him. He went running away because they were they were charging out. But then they turned around and he kept running away. Oh, he missed the opportunity for some shots there. Shots, 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 shots. Everybody! Eastern Scorpion ended with 153, well, has gotten 153 kills. Oh, look at that. They actually have like a 63-man Cartly Axeman laying around. That's unexpected and handy. Look at that bounce power. In fact, I don't think the attackers are quite sure how they want to go about this. I think they briefly were considering sending like the Royal Spartan this way, but I think that they were probably concerned that whatever they sent here wouldn't be strong enough by itself and would just break, which would be useless. You know, then that would basically be GG just as is. So I think they're going to try to go for a consolidated approach, everything put into one spot near a general. Guess we're about to find out. Or maybe they'll just stand there and look at each other. Okay, we'll split the city right here. You guys can have this side, and we'll take this side. All right? Okay. Now go away. We're going to build a wall. And we're going to make you pay for it. I legitimately think they just don't know how they want to go here. And I get it, you know what I mean? Like, you have to be really intelligent or like really smart about how you play this, because if they are, both sides are right on the cusp of breaking here. So, wrong move and you're done. You're out. So they got to be really smart about how they play it. So I understand why they're taking their time to kind of consider their moves and which direction they want to go. I honestly think you probably lead off with the Galatian noblemen, because the general's dead, so you don't have to worry about that. They have 75 armor. It's solid. You know. Right now you're kind of praying to God that they don't have any javelins, which I'm going to guess probably not. Okay, Syrian's going in first, going to get the Eastern archers. Actually, just have a dogpile. And here comes the Royal Spartan. It's kind of, I'm just, you know, maybe, is he purposely trying to cap this? If so, that might make sense. You know, these things do instill penalties on the defenders. I think that's what he was doing. I think he's capping the point, which should deal some penalties, if I remember correctly. They got to set some here to guard against the slingers that are coming out. Royal Spartans fully engaged on the Agema spears, but now they're going to get in on the Cartly Axemen too. Ugh. I think you have to put this in here. I don't think you have a choice. He's pulling it. He's not pulling it back. He's going to go send it over here, but Or maybe it's just instilling morale buffs for the attackers now? I thought it was penalties for the defenders, but... 306. Oh, he's... Ooh, this could be bad. Rose Spartan now triple teamed. The Game of Spear, Militia Hoplite, Cartly Axeman, and now a Slinger. Bunch of their range units going to go dogpile on the Galatian Noblemen. I hate to say, I think that this is a GG. I think the defenders are going to pull this one out. Just a little more people. You know what I mean? That's what it has really come down to, is they just have a few more men. Army loss is starting to kick in. The general's probably dead. Shattered. Broken. And a GG. A close battle, you know. Starting off with the attackers, we have Sparta, Jam Ham with 1,658 kills. You know, a couple of his Royal Spartans did pretty good. A couple of his archers not so hot. And then some of his Royal Spartans probably could have done a bit better. Medusa as Galatia with 2,232 kills, leading the entire game. 200 kills on the Galatian Nobleman, 234 on the Cappadocian Cav. His archers all did very well. And I mean, it's Galatia. Galatia. Very, very well done. For the defenders, we have Costanza's Closet, who's commanding Armenia, 2,071 kills. 276 on his general with 3 chevrons. That's pretty darn good. A couple of his archers did pretty good. A couple of them not so much. His infantry did solid, especially given the fact that he was pretty well outmatched by both of the attackers here. Finally, for the defenders, we have Marketable Skills himself with 1,888 kills. 214 kills on the Agema Spears. His slingers and javelins and archers all did pretty solid. You could see, like, while the Agema Spear kills aren't, like, crazy good, they're pretty solid, and I do think that he got pretty good worth out of his javelins on them as well. But that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget that if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys next time.